yeah.
It is our Uncut grand final show on the rooftop. That little bit of sound check you hear in the background is Polish Club. They're going to be performing their cover of Simply the Best for us very shortly. We are on the rooftop here at Triple M, and we have the boss of the game, Todd Greenberg, with us. And MG, you've got a bee in your bonnet.
My bee is buzzing, and it's called contracts. Toddy, last year we saw the coaching merry-go-round happen. This year we've seen players like Madison wanting out of a deal that he signed for 3 years. What is the current status of a contract? And how do we stop players, coaches, clubs from breaking them?
Yeah, look, it's a fair question, MG. I get a sense that this is the one thing now that's starting to really frustrate fans. So we've put a fair bit of effort into this over the last few months. We haven't talked a lot about it above the line, but we're going to have to make some changes. And I think we need to tighten the system up so that it's a little bit easier to understand from fans' point of view of how players move and how contracts change. The other thing we need to do is we need to keep pushing on the regulation of our player agents. You know, it's really important. There are a lot of player agents that do a lot of good for the game, but there's some inherent conflicts between coaches and players, so we've got to make sure we get into that, and we are doing that right now.
Yeah, that was the question I was going to ask. It would seem from the outside that the player agents, from the reporting of it anyway, feel like they push these players, you know, when they start playing well or maybe above their pay grade. There's a push to, you know, why don't you go and ask the club if you can leave, or, you know, kick stones a little bit.
Yeah, and a little bit of that the club needs to actually stand straight back up to that player and say this is how it is and that's how we want it to be. And players too need to take some leadership and not listen to voices of others and actually stand up for what they believe in too. So I think there's a total marketplace for us to consider, but the short answer is I think we can improve there.